One of the questions I get asked the most is, where should I start my developer journey? Usually what they're asking is, should I start teaching myself? Should I take a boot camp course? Should I go to college? There's lots of different ways that you could go about starting your developer journey. And today I want to give you my opinion as to what is the best way that you should go about becoming a developer, because I think if you follow this process, you'll protect yourself from pursuing something maybe that you shouldn't pursue, or you'll help confirm to yourself that this is the direction that you should go. Hey, Junior Devs, Dev Mentor Dave here, helping you bridge the gap from learning to code to launching a successful career. And the only way to launch a successful career really is to start successfully. And so let's talk about how you can start successfully today. All right, so let's cut to the chase. What is the way that you should start your developer journey? And again, this is my opinion. There's lots of opinions out there, so take this with a grain of salt, but I'm just going to give you what it is. And then I want to give you 3 reasons why I think this is the right direction for most people when it comes to choosing their beginning path for becoming a junior developer. So where do I think you should start? Right here on YouTube. If there are so many great options out there for learning, why in the world would we just start here on YouTube? Well, going through YouTube means that you're going to kind of have to choose your own path. You're going to have to decide what you want to learn. You're going to have to make some choices. You're going to have to do a little research. You're going to have to put in more of the effort up front. You're not going to get that one-on-one teaching like you would in a classroom, but you're going to have to kind of teach yourself. And for me, that is the most important thing for a junior developer to start with, teaching themselves. As developers, we often find ourselves staying up very late at night. And if you've stayed up late at night, you've probably had the TV turned on and you might have run across some of these things called infomercials. And I don't know if you're like me, but I've been sucked in a few times on infomercials, and I've purchased things that I probably regret purchasing, usually having to do with like workout equipment that I obviously don't use. But one of the tactics that infomercials use is this try before you buy method. They're going to send you the product and you get, 30, 60, 90 days to try it out before you sign on the dotted line, before you actually make that purchase. And if you don't like it, you can return it and get your money back, and there's no harm, no foul. Everything's okay. Of course, they know most people are going to forget to return it and they'll end up buying it, but you get the point. The point is you get to try it before you buy it. And that's the first reason why I think any junior developer should start right here on YouTube. You should start by trying to figure things out yourself, by finding your own resources here on YouTube to teach you the basics of development. In essence, what you're doing is you're trying before you're buying. Yeah, you can go through a boot camp, you can go to college, you can go through some of these other avenues that will cost money, but why do that when you don't even know for sure if this is the career for you? I always tell prospective developers that they need to go on YouTube, and I have certain people that I recommend usually. If you'd like to know who those are, leave a comment below and I'll give you a link to them. But there's certain places that I send them here on YouTube and I say, hey, do these videos, work through them, watch the videos, try to understand the videos, try to do the examples in the videos, and see, after you've done those videos, see if you still are interested in learning more. Because if you're not interested in learning more, if you don't even make it through the videos, you probably don't want to be a developer. So why spend thousands of dollars learning how to be a developer when that may not be the best choice for you? So by starting on your own, by going through YouTube, by doing a lot of these tutorials on YouTube and learning a series on YouTube, you get to know pretty quickly whether you're interested in being a developer or not. I've talked to a lot of people over the years who have gone down the path of taking courses to learn development and realize halfway through, this is not for me. And they've wasted hundreds or thousands of dollars because that was all they knew that they could do, is go through a course. So try teaching yourself on YouTube so that you can try before you buy. Now, one of the worst things about boot camps is they're really not designed to help you understand if this is the right career path for you. they are there at the end of the day to make money. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's a business. It's there. Most of them are there in order to make money. They're charging you and they're giving you something in return. And I'm not saying that they're bad for doing that, but unfortunately, because that is really their goal is not to make your life easy. Their goal is to make money. And so they're typically not going to turn people away who probably don't qualify. I know people who have signed up for development courses that have never even touched a computer or barely touched a computer, and just learning the basic usage of the computer and learning some of the basic applications was really, really difficult for them. They really had no business trying to become a developer, not because they weren't intelligent. It just wasn't for them. They didn't have the aptitude for it. And so that's another reason why learning here on YouTube, learning through some of these self-taught courses is going to be really crucial for you, not just to determine whether or not you enjoy it, but whether or not you have an aptitude for it. If it takes you days and days and days to learn what seems like should be simple concepts, these foundational concepts, maybe development isn't for you, and you need to know that sooner rather than later. You may just not have the ability to learn the things that you need to learn, and that's okay. It doesn't make you any less of a person. It just means this may not be the gig for you. As I mentioned in my last video, this last weekend, I spent some time learning some new things about the framework that I use every single day that I didn't know, that have just come out here in the last couple years. And I started playing around with it. I started introducing myself to it and kind of being pretty impressed actually with some of the things that I was seeing and wanting to dig into it a lot more. But I wasn't actually being paid to do that learning. Now, it's going to certainly help my job. It's going to make me a better developer. And so that's good. But I was not doing that on the company time. That was on my own time. And that's something that you need to understand about being a developer is you're going to spend a lot of time learning on your own once you've become a developer, once you have started that process. Yes, you might go to a boot camp, you might go to some sort of other training, but at the end of the day, most of your learning is really going to be on your own. It's going to be you going through documentation and tutorials. It's going to be you trying to figure stuff out, trying to learn on your own. You're not always going to have a mentor with you. You're not always going to have your company paying for a specific training. That just doesn't happen in our industry. And so if you have learned from the very beginning how to do that, if you started your journey right here on YouTube, learning on your own, then when you get to be a developer, when you've got that first job and you've got to spend some time learning things off the clock, you'll be able to do it just fine. So again, the best way, in my opinion, for you to start your developer journey is right here on YouTube. Find some good tutorials that are going to teach you the basics of development, whether that's game development, app development, website development, whatever it is you're looking to get into, start on YouTube. It's free and you can learn at your own pace and you can decide, hey, is this right for me? Is this what I want to do for the rest of my life as a career? Is this what I want to jump into full time? And if you don't like it, you may decide it's not for you, and that's great. You saved yourself a lot of money. Well, hopefully, if you're looking into becoming a developer, or maybe you just started as a junior developer, this information was helpful to you. And if you find it helpful, if you'd click the like button, I'd appreciate it. It just lets YouTube know that, hey, people are interested in this. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and that way you'll be notified the next time we upload a new video or the next time we go live. Thanks for spending time with me today, and I'll see you on the next one.